Alright everybody, welcome back. Today is going to be a fairly interesting stream here on Twitch as we discuss an incident that happened on my server yesterday. So it's not going to be exactly your most normal, fun-loving stream, sadly. I expect some negative comments both on the YouTube video once it's saved, as well as here on Twitch. And I won't be responding to comments in the chat as I expect them to be a bit unique and special. For those of you that are supporters, I don't recommend you responding either, because we obviously were all there. We've all seen the video, and we know what happened. The point to today's Twitch is to address once and for all the incidents that happened yesterday. And if anyone was curious about exactly what happened, what parts are fact or what parts are fiction, this will be a fantastic way to sort that out. So before I get started, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? Muchachos, señoras, amigos, señoritas, bonsoir à tout le monde, toutes les francophones dans le monde, and of course to all my Western friends and English speakers. Hello. Alright, let's get right into it. First, two things. Maybe put that camera on, hey guys, sorry. My girlfriend does not like it when it's looking at people, so we gotta make sure that we put that away when she's around. Just double check that it's set up right. Good enough. Alright. So yeah, let's get things started right away, guys. Basically, before I even go, if I use the word fact before I make a statement, it's because I have either screenshots, copy-paste of written text, or we hear it in the video, or I have recorded video. So if you have any doubts about anything that I say fact before, feel free to private message me. You can add me on Steam, right there in the various places that you might be watching this. There's links. If I say the word opinion, that means it's just my feeling or my opinion. So the facts are that yesterday there was a major incident on our servers. As a result of that major incident, we did have to rethink our entire concept and change the entire strategy. In the end, it turned into a very positive experience for the players that stayed, as well as myself, because we have a great path to move forward to now. So that's that. The backstory on this, right before we get started, I started a unique server concept, I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks ago, I'm not sure. Part of that concept was bringing solo players together to meet inside a tribe, and from there many of them go off and start their own tribes. The particular players in this tribe, fact, their tribe leader told me that most of them are noobs except for him, and he's the only experienced PvP player. That was said. I'm sure that person won't deny that those words were said. When they left my tribe and developed into the Alpha tribe, and bear in mind that I've used this exact concept before, the difference was the Alpha tribe was a group of like 100 that played on various servers, including officials. They were very mature, and they each had thousands of hours in, so they had a good understanding of what I was looking for. When I noticed that this particular tribe was going to go off and start their own tribe, my initial reaction was to have a talk with them. We brought the whole group into the Discord, and I explained that, hey, you know, this is a very friendly server. It's kind of a unique concept. We can't have people raiding people. This actual discussion is saved on the very first community discussion on Twitch. It's talked about throughout the Twitch. It's a fact. People know it, and it's been spoken about. So the idea was that if you want to be the Alpha tribe, you have to use a lot of restraint. You're being cuffed by the admin. Okay? You can't go around wiping people. If someone attacks you, you have to be very careful in the method you use to respond. I can't have people wiping someone over being shot. Okay, this was about a 40-minute discussion before they had their metal bases built, before they were the almighty Alpha tribe, and I was to believe that they had a clear understanding of my concept. The first incident happened with a tribe that was a bit pushy. They were messing around with my stuff, and they were kind of stepping out of line. The Alpha tribe taught them a lesson, very reasonable in fact, and then when one of them quit, the Alpha tribe in fact went ahead and like supported that guy to keep him back in the game. I did have a discussion with them, which comes into play a little later when that incident happened. I felt it was really friendly. I raised some concerns about losing players and suggested ways that we could both have PvP and keep the players at the same time. I thought we had a great understanding. The second incident was over a PvE player that had logged in and signed up to my concept to do the playthrough, which is our principal concept. I'm not going to be responding to any chat room, okay? Bear in mind that the individuals that we're about to watch this video with are also attacking me all over social media right now. That's cool. It's not going to be an issue at all. But let's continue. We'll field questions later. I'm not defending my position at all. I'm just stating facts and opinions, and while we watch the video, you guys can decide what makes sense or not. Now, what was I saying? Right, so the second incident was involving a PvE player. I actually jumped a PvE player, and this is what their tribe mate admitted. They had flown into his area because they saw a Giga close by. They told me it was close to their base. Turned out later we found out it was very not close at all. They flew in there, aggroed some dinos, and killed 3 or 4 of them. Or maybe more, I don't know. Maybe less. Okay, but they did kill some dinos. They admitted that. At that point, I actually took their side right away, because when that player that was attacked messaged me on Steam, he was kind of aggressive about it. I found out later why. There's some personal reasons. He was in a unique position. So I immediately kind of sided with Winterhold, but I did mention that, hey, we've lost 4, well, it was 6 players total by that point, and all 6 of those people have kind of pointed at you. So we have to find a comfortable balance. We have to find a way that we can keep this concept working, you know. They had admitted at that time that they might have misled me as far as what had happened with this particular player. At that point, you know, they started, I guess, viewing that as me bothering them every time they attacked people, I guess. Finally, there was a report with a lot of evidence supporting it, that they had attacked someone on Scorched Earth, which has ORP. Now, I know for a fact that that guy they attacked almost wiped out a tribe on the island first, and was egging on the Alpha tribe, big time. And that particular person was a PvE player. He was looking for action, and he was drawing in the Alpha tribe, the strong tribes. The first tribe he wiped had a pretty solid base in the swamp, and this particular PvP player did not fight any of the PvE players. He didn't come messing with tribe and nations. He didn't pick on the weak. He went after the big guys, like a real PvP player would. But unfortunately, he was the first one to mention to me the ORP issue, and he had evidence to back it up. At that point, there was another discussion, and this is important for later, where I said, look, guys, we're going to have to make rules now, because things are starting to slip. You know, we've had PvE tribes being attacked. We've had ORP being abused. And even in my admin video, I say I don't like to make changes to the server as it goes. It's bad. But this was a unique concept where we have a PvP settings with PvE players in the map. That concept has since been scrapped. It was too hard to manage. We've moved on to something different. So after the incident with the ORP, it was fair to say that the tribe in question felt very slighted. They felt like they were being picked on. Now, bear in mind that I run the 4 maps. I pay for most of them. When a bunch of people donated, as opposed to using that to pay off the maps I already bought, I bought more maps. That's what the donations are for, in my opinion. So some players had given money, and they weren't getting the play they wanted, and I felt that we had to get things straightened out. Unfortunately, on PvP servers, as anyone knows, whenever there's any kind of problems, you end up having to make choices, and it's hard to make everybody happy. In this case, about 6 or 7 days ago after the ORP discussion, I started talking to the main people I trust to help me run the server, and there was grave concerns over the attitude of our Alpha tribe and the way they were behaving, what individuals were posting into the chat, and what individuals were doing. And it looked like it was going to screw up the concept. By my main friend and trusted compadre, I had ended up, he said, you got to get rid of them, man. They're going to wreck the community, and they're pissed. We can't have them here anymore. I refused adamantly to do that. I didn't think they had done anything to warrant being moved off the server. I felt they did need to have a little discussion, though. And I feel, in my opinion, that an admin talking to someone without killing their dinos, wiping them off, or banning them is pretty reasonable. However, they felt quite slighted, I presume, and things started to digress from there. Um, that brings us to this video. Yesterday we had done an early day Twitch where we did a community discussion. There was quite a few people involved in it, and a lot of people wanted to implement rules. That was the big talk because they wanted to have PvP and they needed rules and regulations. I got a little snippy about it. I'll admit I didn't want rules because I would rather people just use common sense. I made it clear at the very beginning repeatedly that I don't like bullies. If you're a really strong tribe, pick on the other strong tribes. We were getting set up to do a cave, and I had to run an internet wire to my girlfriend's computer because her Wi-Fi wasn't working correctly. When I came back AFK, my base, the admin base with very little defenses, was getting hammered by a couple gigas. Hammered. Now, myself, my two main tribe mates that live at my base, when we play legit. So all those tames, all those buildings, everything in there was the hard work of other people, not just me. And these other people are blood relations and my common law wife. Now, what I didn't understand is why they were attacking me. Why attack the admin? And I didn't know this tribe. I'd never spoken with them. Why me? Why are you coming to wreck my stuff? Right? Seemed odd, didn't it? Why, if you're a PvP player and you want to use gigas, why wouldn't you go after the Alpha tribe who's been sitting here waiting for PvP? And this will be denied. But as this attack continued, I felt that I needed to first ban these people for now. Ban them temporarily till I could sort out the problem. Second, I decided that opposed to losing about 1,000 hours work combined by 3 people, I would roll the server back. Our servers had to roll back once in a while. The last time I rolled it back, I went to each individual player and made sure to give them back whatever they lost, right? So the server and the Discord had already experienced a rollback before, fact, and I went around and replaced the stuff, fact. But this rollback was being treated very differently on the Discord. When I announced that I would have to roll back because I lost a bunch of stuff, my Discord lit up with people that were very upset all of a sudden that I was rolling back for an hour, that it was admin abuse because I was attacked and that I rolled back. And that there were no rules stating that you couldn't attack the admin. There wasn't, that's true. And that I apparently said in a video before, bring it on. Now, unfortunately, and this was the lesson learned, words and writing can be interpreted and twisted to suit the need of the individual. When I said that, I actually meant like our Alpha tribe, who I thought were my friends, who I thought understood the concept, that our Alpha tribe is looking for action. I didn't actually mean me, I'm not the Alpha tribe. But this tribe apparently interpreted that as let's go attack the admin tribe, right? Which, in all honesty, guys, if you've been playing on a server for a while, or you have experience in the game, I would never recommend attacking the admin. I would never recommend doing it. And the reason being is the admins are the ones that pay, promote, and support the server, right? From there, the Discord lit up. Oh, you're rolling back. You're greasy. You know, and what's unique, and we'll talk about it after, is every single person that was flaming that rollback, when I checked, was the same group on the next server as they moved along. So now when we look at this video, if you have any experience in the game, if you played thousands of hours and you're a server admin, you're going to see without me having to say what's going on and what's wrong with this situation. So let's have a look at the beginning, and we're going to pause it here and there to discuss certain topics. Here we go. Sorry, the guy's kind of pushing his potato to the limit, so we get a little lag as we go. Okay, so after having the rules of engagement, or rather lack of rules, laid out to us, we thought a grasp on what was acceptable and what was not. We had a grasp. I don't like a lot of rules on my server. We've since changed the concept and implemented quite a few. I prefer people to just kind of be friendly. That's my mistake. And what they've done here is they're using rules now. There was no official written rule that says you couldn't attack a tribe or the admin tribe. So they figured that they would take these rules and use them to their advantage. Quite normal. We see this all the time in real life and as well these servers. We fixed this problem.
Can we enrage the Giga?
We quickly discovered that this is lightly regulated PvP, was heavily regulated by a series of unstated, undiscussed rules. That's a fact. It wasn't really heavily regulated. The discussed rules were discussed in the form of a concept. Every time I chatted with them, I tried to more or less express what my concept was and what I hoped from the Alpha Tribe. And it is a fact that I stated to their tribe leader in the very early days that if you're not understanding my concept, we're going to have a problem. So it is true. What they're saying here is true.
Okay, perfect. You can put it out in the middle for it. Yeah.
Again, I will not be responding to any chat during this Twitch. This is also absolutely true. Every time our tribe engaged in PvP of any sort, we ended up in a discussion with the admin to hear about the rules we were breaking. That's a poor choice of words that we were never told about. Again, and I'll go back to it, and they can deny and lie. They have been very effectively doing that for now. But at the very beginning, when I noticed they were the Alpha Tribe, as opposed to saying, these are the rules for you, do what I say, I said, look, guys, this is what I'm trying to do. This is my concept. Okay? So they're using very, they're trying to, like, look at legalities. It's an ARC server. We're not going to be, like, going to court with a jury, are we? And a discussion, just to add to that point, when you're a server admin, there's some admins that just react. All right, get off. Like my advisors told me to do after the incident with a few people, just get rid of them. But I didn't, because I'd rather discuss before touching anybody's stuff, because they put in a lot of hard work. I feel this is pretty much true with the exception of the word rules. But it's a fact that right there in front of you guys, yes, I had a discussion after almost any type of PvP incident. The same discussion I had with another tribe that's alpha on Aberration. Exact same discussions. And I feel a discussion is reasonable. I don't see what's unreasonable about that. But I guess to them, any kind of discussion is not reasonable. These three players, fact, also admitted to exploiting ORP, but they said the other player had as well. Maybe he had, maybe he hadn't, but the other player had proof they did. So here we see them rolling up on District 2. This is where the bulk of many Tribe and Nations players live. And what's about to happen is some of the members of District 2 have already agreed to go join them somewhere else and leave the server. So they're getting ready to play with me a lot here and try and like trick me or something. So what we're doing is we're rolling up on a base right now that has absolutely zero defenses. Zero defenses. Okay? And there's no written rule that says don't ever attack the districts. But everybody knows the districts is my tribe. I don't put defenses as a way to say that, hey, we're peace. We're here for the playthrough. That's one of District 2 members I call the Vache there, the cochon de cochonnerie en arrière. You'll hear that girl.
Bro, I feel bad for knocking that down.
Our last interaction of this kind was due to the fact that we ORP timer rated on a tribe on the no rules PvP server on the cluster. So they did. There were no rules yet, okay? Because I was hoping we could just do it right. But every time they pushed the limit, I had to make a rule. All the rules on my server exist because of one tribe only, okay? So they had done that, as mentioned already. We've discussed it. Immediately after I found out they did it, I said, guys, little greasy. We talked about it, a discussion. No disciplinary action at all, just a discussion. I made a rule about the ORP exploit. And I made that rule only after thinking about it for a while and discussing with my council. Not usually a guy that makes fast action. I like to think things through, do things right. You hear them all laughing there, right? Big joke on bigs, right? Now explain how the joke is more a burn for them. They're the ones that lost thousands of hours of work combined at the end of this. Total cost me 4 or 5 hours, maybe 7. Had to stay up all night to watch the Discord because the flamers were coming in one after the other. But that's no big deal. I don't work, boys and girls. I ran a business for years and sold it, so I get to stay home and have fun. So let's just start here. These are guys that have never lost a single item because of me. They've never been banned because of me, but they felt slighted. So if you're a server admin and they're playing on your server, okay, and they push a rule or they do something that you don't like and you talk to them, this is going to be probably the result, right? This is not a tribe that was wiped, banned, cursed, spoken rude to in any way. I always talk to them with a reasonable tone. And at one time when they had really upset me, I even said, look, I can't talk today. I don't want to say something I'll regret. And I put it off to the next day. This is what will happen when these guys don't get their way. Another tribe on the server decided to raid the admin who had multiple times warned people you can be attacked at any time. The server is a PvP, or was a PvP server. We have PvE players on it. And what I meant by this, what they're doing is twisting something. And this part is documented. What I meant was, even though you're not supposed to get attacked by people, there's still a chance that some troll or some new guy won't know and will come at you with bow and arrows. So get some minimum defenses up. I just couldn't guarantee their safety is what I was saying. That's documented. That's a fact. We got that in writing, dated, because it was posted on Google Docs. Okay, and in that statement, I said, even with, everything we do, there's still a chance that while I'm asleep, someone will log on and shoot arrows. I can't guarantee your safety. In that statement, I also said the tribes that have been playing on the server for a while respect the concept, and that's not the ones we're worried about. Now, they've taken that and turned this into a reason. The other tribe on the server that decided to raid me, this is an opinion. They'll deny it. They raided me. I rolled back, and everybody that was involved in this was flaming the Discord. My opinion is they forced my hand to give a reason to call out admin abuse. Now, the server rolled back for, I think it was an hour, 40 minutes, not that bad. Most of that rollback time was while we were in a community Twitch discussion anyways. And as they know in the past, I've replaced everything that was ever missing on a rollback, right? So why all of a sudden is the rollback the biggest deal in the world, huh? Right? Why all of a sudden are people that hadn't even built anything like Lavash, okay? Why all of a sudden are they screaming in the Discord that the rollback's so offensive? We're about to find out. The evidence is about to happen right in front of you. Let's continue. So you got to be asking yourself, this is about, to give you some point on this, this is about maybe half an hour after I'd been wiped, essentially, after I rolled back the server, and after a certain group on Discord is all of a sudden horrendously upset about the rollback, right? They're so upset about the rollback that I'm confused and I'm getting pissed off. Why are you guys so mad? I'm thinking, if you don't like it, get the F out, right? And this is what you're going to see. If you're an intelligent person, you'll see why they were flaming the Discord on the rollback, because they needed a reason. There's no way to justify the action here unless they had a reason. And their reason apparently is that to save 800 hours or 1,000 hours combined work, I rolled back the server an hour and 40 minutes, and I invited every tribe all over the world to attack me. Come on.
I usually need it. You could throw a big countdown.
Here we go. This is great. He had apparently not heeded his own advice, and upon getting raided, decided to flip out, banning the offending parties and rolling back the server over 2 hours to get his base back. Right? So this is their flame. This is their basic motivation to make sure that they can tell every player that I'm a piece of shit because I rolled back a server that's been around for weeks, an hour, 2 hours to get my stuff back. And bear in mind, as an admin, you're spending 10, 12 hours a day promoting, managing, recruiting, and I pay for most of it. I pay about 75% of the cost of the maps. You hear the Vash back there. She's actually in my tribe and was one of the ones flaming that Discord hard. Flaming it so hard. A newbie. Total friggin' newbie. Right? And listen to her. No wonder she was flaming. Because they tell me this wasn't planned, it was random. Then why were they so upset over the flaming? Look at the guy posted up there on the right. Another instance of unstated rules on this lightly regulated server. Yeah, you know why? Because I wanted to attract good people that if they want a PvP, they PvP on equal ground. This is not PvP. This is what noobs do. And you'll see one guy doesn't even know how to friggin' fire a weapon on a wyvern. There we go. Now you can hear them working on what they're going to start saying in the Discord. Let's listen.
I've never logged on in time to see this.
What are you doing? I want to see this.
I am recording it from my perspective.
So remember, all because of discussions, they decided they were going to leave the server and they wanted to go out with a bang. Attention server owners, huh? This is that kind of group. Notice I'm not mentioning names. You can't hide on Steam, boys.
Please don't stop lagging whenever I fly over there. It's my problem.
There's a potato that lags over the base, so he's motivated to wipe it out.
Artie and Terry, Raikou just wrote in the fucking Arctation chat. He said you wrote Squid on accident. The rules, just a heads up.
Calypso's my girlfriend in the top left. We already knew, because of the Discord flaming, we both already knew that something was up, because we're not morons, right? When history says they never flamed on a rollback and suddenly they do, something's going on. My girl was like, I can tell by the tone of the Vash there's something off with her. I mean, we're not morons. We live in Montreal and downtown. I worked in bars in Montreal downtown my whole life. You're not going to... I will admit they duped me, though. They duped me. They got me, though, a little bit. Respect for that, but in such a weird way.
I was just saying that was the first time we've seen Raikou.
Who's that on the Tyrannosaurus that just showed up?
Here we go. This is what they think. They think that a PvPer is going to watch this on YouTube and enjoy it. Check the likes on the video. Again, I'm not even looking at the chat, guys.
Are we going?
Say all the bullshit you want. You're proven liars. Proven. And here we go. Total attack.
Immediately right.
Right? Total attack on a defenseless tribe because they had discussions. That's it. They didn't feel fairly treated. So instead of just leaving, this is what they do. That's written in front of you as you've watched the video. You think any admin's going to want you on a server, guys?
Oh, fuck.
Sounds like a couple first-timers there, eh? Look how excited they are killing a bunch of PvE shit.
Oh, damn. That's... Oh, man. Oh, someone's going to get so butthurt.
I'm not butthurt at all. Just rolled it back again. Sorry about that. Don't forget, you guys lost thousands of hours of work. I lost 5 hours. And a bunch of players that I don't want on my servers anyways. It's a win-win for me, boys. Look at Hammer. Here's great. Here you see Hammer and Aurelia both acting like they don't know what's going on and they're really upset. Huh? The same two people that flamed and have moved on to the same server with all these guys. And you can hear the Vash in the background.
Yeah, watch out for the wind.
He's working on it. He's got a bad name for his jacket. I'm calling it. Morgan, you think fast. Good. Really, I'm thinking I got.
Oh, you guys can say all you want, man. You're all like say what you want in the chat. You're just new morons, man. I don't care. You're not doing any damage to anybody here. Thanks to the video you posted, the players were like, "Wow, what a bunch of assholes! You helped solve so many problems for me when you put this up. So many problems. I don't have to chat anymore in Discord. I put the video. Everyone's like, "Whoa, I'm glad they're gone." Look at the laughs, eh? They're laughing at 1,000 hours. How much? A month of work time lost? Look at her complaining about her house getting blown up. As for names, you guys posted up the names right here on the on your video. So, oh, first time using C4.
Oh my god.
Now that'll disappear in a second.
Holy fuck. Your house.
You can even hear them talking about flaming. You're not missing much. I get back right to the video in a second, but you're just missing them laughing and blowing stuff up.
Should I go in the other chat and check
Hey, somebody's attacking you.
You see the little fun thing there?
Help, somebody's attacking you too.
And no one showed up when I was being attacked to help. Nobody. So you know. I love it. I've watched this video 30 times. It's amazing.
Did you think you found a server, but now you destroyed your phone, so
Exactly. The only smart thing said in the whole video, he's going to roll back everything. Your time lost, boys, not mine. I'm not 100% sure on what they just said, but it sounded like something like see how quickly you can get them to cheat or something. Again, trying to build up ammunition for their so-called revolution that failed completely.
Oh, you guys have that? I know how that's just like, oh,
I'm pretty sure Biggs is here.
Wait, are you still alive? Inside the house?
I am very much alive.
I died. No, Aurelia, are you in the house? Yeah, I'm alive.
That's a hero right there, maybe. There's one player that was out there trying to fight the good fight. A couple guys doing what they could.
Wait, it got rolled back. I think all the diamonds are back. When the map back.
What a potato this guy's running to. Don't post videos on a potato, Buckeye.
I thought you wanted a bit of you. Holy fuck! I love how he does it like he actually believes it.
Your entire tribe is about to be banned. That's the fucking point. So they know it. They're just going to go out with a bang. This is classic. Classic, this guy. Every time there's trouble, he didn't happen to be there, right? Oh, I didn't do anything. Please don't ban. Yeah. I'm done believing your lies, pal. And there's the Vash, huh? Oh, I didn't even see him. Like I'm dumb as fuck, huh? You're talking to me like I'm mentally retarded. Here, boom. That's recruiting. So if you're an admin out there and you own a tribe and you don't treat these guys right, they're going to go through and try and recruit every player you had. They're going to go on your Discord and flame it. There's another guy who's in this chat right now who probably... Ah, there he is. Mr. Grim Dejar. He's been messaging my players all day. So if you don't make them happy and give them everything they want, they're going to try and recruit your players out and destroy their stuff. That's being proven by them in their video. Fact.
I gotta try to find my item. Wait, what?
Yeah, good luck, pal. You're the funny thing is this Grim guy is like, he starts servers, can't get any players, and closes them down. So go play on one of his servers and have fun with that. Clown. Fucking children.
On the other side of that house. The furthest house. Oh, I just got back. How do I shoot?
They had mentioned earlier too, oh, why can't this guy ban us faster? I'd actually just been in a PvP battle with these other clowns that raided me and had restarted. So my time, I have double kill under PvP timer, which stacks, right? So first I have to wait for the timer to roll. They don't know this though, because they're not actually PvP players. First I have to wait for the timer to roll, and then I have to get myself down to District 2, where because I knew that, and I knew based on what was happening on the Discord with the shutdowns, I had sent, who wasn't killed in the PvP action, I got my girl logged in and got over there to at least observe until I could get there. That's why the bans were late. I wanted to see for myself, instead of just blanket banning everybody, I wanted to get down there. You see me running around a bit because I'm trying to actually check the names. I wanted to be sure the people I was banning were actually doing the wrong thing. It's the same reason why I got really wiped at my biz, because I wasn't fighting. I was getting in close to the Giga to make sure I had the right people to ban.
I was banned. Sorry, really.
Oh, that's all lies, Vash. Just keep doing your lies. You're full of shit. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that. It's obvious. I had rolled back a few days earlier. No one said anything, right? And here's the part that proves it. And when I say fact, I got all your IDs. I know what server you guys are playing on. After it happened, everybody that flamed in that Discord ended up on that server, right? So don't sit here and say that the whole reason that first tribe attacked, the whole reason was to hopefully force my hand. Step 2 is now we've got ammunition to say, oh, we all quit because he rolled back to save his stuff, right? All right, guys. Anyways, we did set a whole bunch of new rules. It's not hearsay at all, bud. I will prove everything. What would you like me to prove? I don't even care. Anybody who watches that video knows exactly what went on, right? You don't need... Go see it on YouTube. It's gonna be posted there again to watch it again. The whole tribe did not lose anything, Vash. They didn't lose anything. When I rolled back, as always, I was willing to go replace stuff. So if you guys are saying, well, they attacked the guy that owns the server, that pays for the server, that promotes the server, that brings in noobs and gives them a safe place to play, so they attacked him and he rolled back an hour, well, that justifies everything you've done. Right? That's what you're saying, right? So, that'll end that stream, guys. I mean, seriously. I think I got a little nephew who's about 7 years old, and he could probably see through this charade. Have a nice night. We'll be back. And as long as you guys want to keep attacking me on social media, I will be counterattacking. Take care, guys.